On a recent visit to New Orleans, we kept hearing whispers of a hangover-curing soup that was totally off the radar to visitors. Its name? Yaka. After a rough night out on Bourbon Street, we decided to track down its maker, Miss Linda, and see what this local legend was about.
A lot of people ask me, what does Yaka mean? I said, well, that's one of New Orleans' best-kept secret. And I got it.
Like many foods in the Big Easy, this concoction works in elements coming from many different cultures.
We asked the Chinese, we asked the Vietnamese, we asked everybody about this Yaka man because of the name, Yaka man. And man is noodles. Nobody knows. Yaka man is a New Orleans soup, and it consists of spaghetti, noodles, any kind of meat you want. But it always have been in the black community, always have been in the black bars. That Yaka meat is going to sober them up. I started doing it after my mom left me the recipe. She said, you may be able to do something with this. When the gates open, they run it. I've had some of them just was so drunk, and I want to take care of them personally. But it's really all about the juice.
Miss Linda invited us into her kitchen to show us how Yaka main is made, and while she displayed her secret spice blend, she refused to detail the specific ingredients that make her soup so popular.
Don't take the whole spoon.
No,
Okay,
just
take a little.
take it and
Okay.
wet it
Like a
or
secret
whatever.
ingredient.
Yeah, and I want you to do.
Okay, like that.
Yeah, there you go.
Good.
Okay.
All right. I feel like I'm doing something bad.
Go ahead on.
All right. Like there's a little bit of chicken soup in there.
Right.
There's a little bit of noodle soup. There's some ramen.
That's
there's
right.
everything good.
This is a boneless chuck roll, cut like stew meat. Take some spaghettis, and I like them thin. I think this egg is ready to come on out of here. This and my juice really connects. But this another thing they like with it, that's sriracha. Oh, This is it. This is Yaka man, one of New Orleans' best kept secrets.
Yaka main.
Yaka main.
Yaka main. Have you
Yaka-
had this before? Have you heard of this before?
I've heard of this before, but I've never had it.
Leave it to a city like New Orleans to really discover their own hangover cure that no one else knows
Yeah,
about.
from that-
Should we do the first bite?
It's got some heat.
It's got some heat.
Even though it's called Yaka main, it doesn't really taste very Chinese to me.
It doesn't even remind me of a pho even. It's
No.
more, it really is its own thing. I would definitely bathe myself in this when I was hungover.
This broth is like pure umami.
It is.
It is salty and savory, and it hits like all those taste buds at once, and it just makes you kind of, it does give you that thing, oh, I need another sip, like one more sip.
Once we tried Miss Linda's version, we became obsessed. Does this stuff even exist anywhere else? It took a little hunting, but we found another version at Duck's Eatery in New York City, and I dropped by to check it out.
In its purest form, it's a bowl of noodles with beef soup and a whole lot of spice. That's certainly what we're doing, that's for sure. We do something pretty different. Miss Linda, she's done something, that's for sure. I think she'll also say that any Yaka main that isn't hers is probably not Yaka main. You know, our basis for Yaka main is this idea of taking a Chinese or even more Southeast Asian soup and mixing it with the type of ingredients we find around here and the stuff that we love. It's a little bit creamier of a broth, but it's still got a big kick to it. There's a lot of stuff going on there. I think you guys will like it.
This is, I think, the only place in New York City that serves Yaka main, probably because no one knows what the it is outside of New Orleans. At its core, you definitely can tell it's the same dish. Other than that, it's really a kind of world of difference. There's clams in here. Miss Linda makes hers with the actual just kind of spaghetti from a box. These noodles are more similar to something you'd see at like a ramen shop or some sort of noodle shop. The other common element of Yaka main in New York and Yaka main in New Orleans is just that it's bold. This is a bold dish.
Noodle dishes like ramen and pho are everywhere these days, but for whatever reason, this cultural mashup seems destined to stay under the radar. So for those not lucky enough to live by Ducks or have Miss Linda on speed dial, it's still coconut water and aspirin for that next hangover.